everybody. Brett Buffington here in the KHOU 11 newsroom, updating you with some stories we're following here tonight for the 10 o'clock news. But before we do that, I wanted to go to meteorologist Erica Lopez, who's standing by in the Weather Center. Erica, and boy, there's been some pop-up storms here in the last few minutes, huh?
Yeah, pop-up is the key word, definitely, because if you take a look at the picture, it's actually pretty quiet. We've had very scattered showers moving in, but there's been one storm in particular here in the central Houston area that's brought in pretty much some pretty heavy rain in isolated spots right now. Definitely along I-10, thunderstorms. If you're hearing some thunder along the Addicts area just north of Bel Air, that's this isolated cell right now that is bringing in heavy rain. Lots of lightning strikes also associated with it. That's near the Galleria area, and it has pushed through the Galleria area, continuing to travel westward. So this is an isolated storm. Other than that, guys, it's actually been pretty quiet, minus the cloud coverage. The little bit of rain, cooled air has been pretty nice out there, but some pretty ominous skies as we take a look at the sky cam right now. Temperatures mid-80s at the moment, a east-southeast wind at about 10 miles an hour or so. So we do have a little bit of a breeze with some of these storms pushing through, but it's humid. We have lots of moisture we're working with these storms. In terms of temperatures go, though, we just don't have enough rain to bring in that rain cooled air. It's definitely not as active as what we had yesterday, but the spotty pockets of rain, we'll take it, right? Better than being completely dry. So right now, 93 degrees out at Bush, 104 out at Sugar Land. Check this out, Cleveland. You're feeling like you're in the 80s at the moment. That's pretty nice for this time of the year. 99 degrees, your feel like temperature at Hobby. Again, that's not the exact temperature. That's just what it feels like out there at the moment. So we need the rain. The reason for that, well, this is our latest drought monitor at the moment. Pockets of severe drought are starting to pop up. That's this red shaded color. Expanding moderate droughts, and those are the tan shaded colors at the moment, but the bright yellow shaded colors, which is what we see here in the Houston area, that's abnormally dry conditions. So we're not officially in a drought, but it's been a pretty dry summer here so far, and that's why we're concerned for that, because we're starting to get closer to the moderate drought concerns starting to creep in, such as what we're seeing right now in the Victoria area, not far from us, just down 59 southwest of Houston. Okay, but what we do have are burn bans. So I'm going to talk about who's under a burn ban right now. Walker, Waller, Fort Bend, Wharton, and Colorado counties. Those are the counties that are under a burn ban at the moment in our viewing area. There's a large chunk of Texas, getting close to about half of the counties for the state of Texas under a burn ban, but for us, those are the few counties that are in that case. Okay, let's talk about our future track and what we can expect for the forecast, because the extreme heat we had last week, we had 7 days in a row where we were under a heat advisory, under a ridge of high pressure. That ridge of high pressure, at least the center of it, is now west of us. What does that mean? Well, that means we're still under the influence of high pressure, so it's still going to be hot. We're just not under the center of it, so we're not going to get the bulk of the extreme temperatures. Whenever we have red shaded colors, that means hundreds are likely. We were seeing lots of red over Houston last week and into the beginning portion of this week, but now take a look at what's going to happen with this ridge of high pressure. It's going to kind of break down, and then for Houston, we see a lot of orange shaded colors. So that means hundreds are possible, but we're closer to upper 90-degree temperatures. Feel like temperatures still in the triple digits, but the number on the thermometer that we're going to see will be in the mid to upper 90s for the next few days. So here's a look at our next few days. Thursday, which was today, about a 30% chance of rain, again hit or miss showers. Highs were in the upper 90s for most of the viewing area. Tomorrow we still have a 20% chance for an isolated shower, so we'll have a sea breeze influence for our best chance of rain. And in terms of what we can expect starting the weekend, mid 90s in place with better rain chances intact. So hour by hour forecast keeps, again, widely scattered showers is what you can expect. Just keep the umbrellas handy. Don't be alarmed if you get stuck under a pop-up storm, but I do not have any systems that are going to activate widespread heavy amounts of rainfall or any flash flooding concerns. It's just going to be hit or miss pop-up thunderstorms, specifically in the afternoons. That's going to be the same case as we kick off the upcoming work week. Sea breeze showers will be our best chance. A couple of pockets of heavier afternoon showers in the forecast, but the stretch of mid 90s to upper 90s is going to be the trend for the forecast. So we officially broke the triple digit stretch this afternoon. after 7 days in a row of triple-digit temperatures. So I think we're all happy about that, and we're happy about finally seeing some rain in our 7-day forecast. Okay, I'm going to have your latest forecast coming up at 10, so I'll let you guys go, and we'll chat with you soon.
Erica, thanks so much for that. And we are following several other stories here in the newsroom this afternoon, or tonight, I should say, I guess. And one of them is, stand by 1 second, because I'm controlling this with the iPad. New technology here in the KHOU 11 News newsroom. 11 News newsroom. Boy, that's a tongue twister. Have you heard about this story we were on yesterday? It's a 2-year-old, 11-month-old, almost 2-year-old little boy. He was in the parking lot of his apartment complex. His mom was walking across with him. His mom, 18 years old. Her name is Gazelle Vasquez. She has been charged today with endangering a child. And we just got new video in that I want to pull up and show you. This is what we were given today. It shows that apartment complex, and it's very telling of what happened. This is Miss Vasquez, again, 18 years old. She's carrying one child in her arms, and this is the reason prosecutors told us that she's facing this charge of endangering a child. Watch how far she is away from this another child. This is not the child, the 11-month-old, the almost 2-year-old little boy that was killed. In fact, this is the toddler coming across the background. We're not going to show you the actual moment that that this happens. We stop the video in just a few seconds, but you can see this white Chevy Malibu backing up here, and this baby obviously just in the blind spot. We've paused the video here so it doesn't go any further, but my colleague Larry Seward, he's working on a story about this tonight. I can tell you I've seen the rest of this video. It's tragic. It is heartbreaking. It is terrible to watch. But this mom, this 18-year-old mom, who is now over in the corner headed towards her apartment, is well out of sight of this little boy. And just seconds after the video continues here, and we're not going to show you this again, this car runs over that child, and it is it just makes your stomach drop. But the thing is, after that, it takes this mom almost 2 minutes to come back to this parking lot and find her little boy laying there. So today, prosecutors, they have charged her with, again, endangering a child. She was emotional in court for her first appearance. In fact, at one point, our assignment manager, Denise Davis, told me, who watched the video, she said that someone came over and actually had to give this mom a tissue because she was so upset, visibly upset and crying. Again, adding your comments here to the, excuse me, I did say 11-month-old. I see that Chris brought it up there. It is an 18-month-old. Sorry about that. Glad I checked on your comments. I'm about to pop those up so you can see what we're talking about, scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. And again, this is just one story. Again, Larry Seward, my colleague, working on that one coming up tonight at 10. This is the second day in a row that there has been a deadly autoped at an apartment complex. We just got back from this scene here. Our photographer, Chris Carr, he was out there. He just fed in video on Beverly Hills this afternoon, Beverly Hills Street, which is in West Houston. At this apartment complex, there was also a deadly autoped. Here, we just learned from police that a 13-year-old was behind the wheel of a car with another kid in the car when that teenager, the teenager drove into someone else, hit that person, killed them in this apartment complex, and then ran over a dog. The dog also died. Waiting on police to tell us if obviously they're going to press charges against this teenager. Again, 13 years old, so it would be juvenile charges, obviously, but a tragic story on the west side as well today. A second day in a row that, wow, someone got ran over and killed in an apartment complex in Houston. Another big story trending across the nation tonight, that is this video. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s plane, it crashed in Tennessee this afternoon, Elizabethton. According to the FAA, the plane ran off the end of a runway while landing. Earnhardt, his wife, his daughter, the pilot, and another person were on board. We just learned in the last few minutes that he has been released from the hospital. All of their family okay, remarkably, especially looking at this video tonight where over 1,000 gallons of diesel, or aviation fuel, I should say, spilled. That according to a fire official there who we heard from earlier in a Facebook Live when we were talking about this story specifically. But man, what a crazy story that is. You see the flames of this plane here, and that they were able to survive that. His sister tweeted this out. I can confirm Dale, Amy, and Isla, along with his 2 pilots, were involved in a crash in Bristol, Tennessee this afternoon. Everyone is safe and has been taken out and taken to the hospital for further evaluation. We have no further information at this time. Thank you for your understanding. So we pulled this map up earlier, kind of just to show people the diagram. This is a very small airport. And according to the FAA, again, they were landing on runway 24 here, and the plane actually came all the way down here. And in the video we saw live from the scene earlier, it was crashed in this grassy area right at the end of the runway. The plane actually came out onto Highway 91, but you see this gully here? They actually had jet fuel go down underneath the roadway here, and this tunnel underneath the road was on fire. So that was just one part of the nightmare of trying to put this fire out at the airport. Thankfully, they have done that. It was a Cessna Citation jet that crashed there, and boy, crazy story. But thankfully, he is out of the hospital, and his family is okay this afternoon. Again, those are the stories we're following for KHOU 11 News at 10. Lauren Tallarico is working on another story. You'll have to tune into the news to see that. And Eric is following these pop-up storms as they move through the area. A lot of you saying that you got downpours. You might not have gotten downpours. No news of the major downpour. Oh, she was upset we didn't talk about the downpour. You tuned in late, so you missed the weather. But don't worry, as soon as we save this video, you can go back and watch Erica's forecast. But if you missed it, you can also go back or tune in tonight on KHOU 11 News at 10. That's the latest for this update. Of course, you can always find the latest information on news happening here in Houston on KHOU.com.